In the last lecture, we have learned till question number 6. Now we will start with question number 7. Okay. So the question says the adjacent figure hope is a parallelogram. This is HOPE. Hope is a parallelogram. Finds angle measures X, Y, and Z. State the property you use to find them. So this is a parallelogram and you have to find measures of angle X, Y, and Z, and also state that which property you are using to find those angles. So here you get exterior angle, that is 70 degree. So since it is straight line, it's a straight line at O, there two angle will be formed whose sum is going to be 180. So this angle HOP plus this 70 degree is equal to 180 degree. So this angle HOP will be 110 degree. Okay. So just by using property of a straight line, we found this angle to be 110 degree. Next, since opposite angle of parallelogram are equal, so this X is going to be equal to 110 degree. So we just found X by using a property of parallelogram, that is opposite angles are of equal measure. Now there is another property of parallelogram, that is the adjacent angle are supplementary. It means the sum of adjacent angles is equal to 180 degree. So the angle HEP plus angle EHO is equal to 180 degree since they are adjacent angles. So we can write angle HEP plus angle EHO is equal to 180 degree, right? HEP is already we have found out, it is equal to 110 degree. Angle EHO is written as angle 40 degree plus Z, and it will be equal to 180 degree. So Z will be equal to 180 degree minus 150 degree, that is 30 degree. So value of Z is 30 degree. Z we found out it is equal to 30 degree. So which property we used? We used the property that sum of adjacent angles is 180 degree or adjacent angle of parallelogram are supplementary. Now we have to find Y. So to find Y, we need to find this angle, that is angle EPH. So in triangle EPH, we can write, or we know that sum of internal angle of a triangle is 180 degree. If we add internal angles in a triangle, its sum is going to be 180 degree. So this angle plus this angle plus this angle, that is EPH, is equal to 180 degree. So 110 plus 40 degree plus angle EPH is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle EPH is equal to 180 degree minus 150 degree, that is 30 degree. So this angle is 30 degree. Now we know that opposite angle of parallelogram are equal. Therefore, we can write that angle EHO is equal to angle EPO. Angle EHO is equal to angle EPO, that is this angle. So angle EHO is 40 plus 30, that is 70 degree. 70 degree is equal to 30 degree plus angle Y. Therefore, Y is going to be 40 degree. This is going to be 40 degree. So total this angle is 70 degree, and opposite to this angle, that is H, is also equal to 40 plus 30, that is 70 degree. Angle O we found 110 degree, and angle E is also 110 degree. So opposite angles are equal, and sum of supplementary angle or sum of adjacent angle is 180 degree, or adjacent angles are supplementary. Thus, we just solved out this question number 7. Now moving ahead to question number 8. What it is saying? The following figures, guns and runs, are parallelogram. Find X and Y length are in cm. So this is GUNS, a parallelogram. This is RUNS, another parallelogram. And we have to find the values of X and Y. Here it is 3X. Here it is 3Y minus 1. We have to find these values. So we will use some properties of parallelogram. Okay. First, coming to this one, GUNS. So we know that opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal in length. It means SG, the length of SG side, this is SG side, is equal to, if we try to denote by symbol, we will mark single cut to show that SG is equal to this side, that is NU. Similarly, to show other pair of opposite sides equal in length, we will give two similar cuts, two cuts on both the sides. So it will, this is showing that GU is equal to SN. Okay, we will come later to it. First we will solve the first pair, that is GS and NU, or SG or NU. So SG's value is 3x. It is going to be equal to NU, that is 18 centimeter. X will come in centimeter, sorry. So X is going to be 18 by 3, that is 6 centimeters. Value of X is 6. Now another pair of sides that are equal in length is GU is equal to SN. GU is equal to SN. The value of GU is already given, that is 3y minus 1, and SN is 26. So 3y is equal to 27, and y will be 9. Thus, we found x is value of x 6 and value of y equal to 9. Which property we used? We used that opposite sides of parallelogram are of equal length. Hope it is clear to you. So coming to the next question, that is question number 9. So it is somewhat difficult. I would say you have to, not difficult, but you have to break the concept or break the question in two parts or break the figure in two parts to solve it very easily. So what the question is saying, in the above figure, both RISK and CLUE are parallelogram. So RISK and CLUE are parallelogram. You have to find the value of x. So you have to find the value of this x. This x is basically what? This x is the side IS and side CE are intersecting at a point, and their internal angle, the lines that are intersecting, its internal angle is x, or angle between the line that is falling is x. So you have to find the measure of this angle. Okay. So to solve this question, we will break it in two parallelograms. So the figure is somewhat given like this. So you are having two parallelograms, that is RISK shown here, RISK, and CLUE, clue, shown here. Okay. One angle is already given, that is this angle is 120 degree. Since this angle is 120 degree, we can say that opposite angle in the parallelogram, since opposite angles are equal, we can say that this angle is going to be 120 degree. And I have drawn this yellow figure to show RISK parallelogram, and this blue lines to show CLUE, clue, other parallelogram. So this angle is going to be 120 degree. Now by the property of parallelogram, we know that adjacent angle are supplementary. So this angle is going to be 60 degree. 60 plus 120, that is 180. Opposite angles, by using the property that opposite angle are of equal measure, this angle is going to be 60 degree. Okay, so we just found out this angle, that is S is 60 degree. Now in same we will use various properties in parallelogram clue. So this angle is given 70 degree, already given. So the opposite angle is going to be 70 degree. Opposite angle is going to be 70 degree. So we found that angle E is 70 degree. Now this is if we say that point of intersection is X. So a triangle is formed, that is E, X and S. A triangle is formed, that is E, X and S. So in triangle, we know there is a property that angles of triangle, sum of internal angle of triangle is 180 degree. This is, you know, all of you know, this is property of triangle. So we have already found these two angles of that triangle, that is 60 degree and 70 degree, plus X is 180 degree. So the value of X is 180 minus 130, that is 50 degree. It was so simple. Hope all of you have understood. If not, I will just recap. In the figure, the two parallelograms were given. Actually, they were superimposed on one another. Not, I will say superimposed, but they were something like interfering in others' territory. So there is one parallelogram, that is RISK. We draw it here. So by using the various simple properties of parallelogram, opposite angles and adjacent angles property, we found this angle S is equal to 60 degree. Similar concept we use in another parallelogram, and we found this angle is 70 degree. And then in this area we found that it is forming a triangle, and we found this angle, third angle of triangle, by using that sum of all angles of triangle is 180 degree. It was simple. So next question, question number 10. Explain how this figure is trapezium. Which of its two sides are parallel? So figure 3.26 is given. So we have to explain that how this figure is a trapezium and which of the two sides are parallel. Okay, तो अभी आपको ट्रेपेजियम की प्रॉपर्टी याद है या आप भूल गए, है ना? तो ट्रेपेजियम की प्रॉपर्टी पे हम आपको फिर से ले चलते हैं. ट्रेपेजियम किधर आया था? हाँ, this one was trapezium. Trapezium is a quadrilateral with a pair of parallel side. एक आपको पेयर मिलता है पैरेलल साइड्स का, है ना? और मतलब दो जो अपोजिट साइड्स होते हैं वो पैरेलल्स होते हैं और बाकी दो अपोजिट साइड्स नॉन पैरेलल होते हैं, और इट इज अ क्वाड्रिलेटरल. ओके, और एरो मार्क्स से हमने पैरेलल साइड्स को दिखाया था कि दीज आर पैरेलल साइड्स. फिर हमने देखा था आइसोसेलेस ट्रेपेजियम क्या था, जब नॉन पैरेलल साइड्स इक्वल हो जाते हैं तो उसको हम आइसोस्केलस ट्रेपेजियम बोलते हैं, है ना? तो हमें क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 में एक हमें क्वाड्रिलेटरल दिया हुआ है, उसमें हमें दो एंगल्स की वैल्यू दी हुई है ना? एंगल L एंड M हमें दिया हुआ है. अब हमसे पूछा जा रहा है कि आप शो करो कि ये ट्रेपेजियम है ना? आप शो करो ये ट्रेपेजियम है, फिर आपको ये भी बताना है कि कौन से दो साइड्स आपस में पैरेलल हैं, है ना? दिस वाज द क्वेश्चन. तो इसमें आपको दो एंगल दिया हुआ है, एंगल L एंड एंगल M आपको दिया हुआ है. तो हमको फिर से वापस पैरेलल लाइंस के प्रॉपर्टी पे जाना होगा. अगर दो लाइंस हैं और उसका एक ट्रांसवर्सल है, मतलब उन दो लाइंस को एक कोई लाइन इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है, उन दोनों लाइंस को, है ना? उन दोनों लाइंस को अगर इंटरसेक्ट कर रहा है एक लाइन, तो हमको अगर दिस ट्रांसवर्स पे हमको सम ऑफ इंटरनल एंगल्स अगर हमको 180 डिग्री मिल जाता है, या फिर सम ऑफ कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स हमको इक्वल सम ऑफ कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल नहीं, अगर कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स इक्वल मिल जाता है तो हम बोल सकते हैं कि वो दोनों लाइन आपस में पैरेलल होंगी. तो हम दोनों में से किसी तरीके से जा सकते हैं, या तो हम इंटरनल एंगल एडजेसेंट इंटरनल एंगल का सम 180 डिग्री प्रूव कर दें, तो सिंपली हम प्रूव कर सकते हैं इसको. सम ऑफ इंटरनल एंगल्स और द इंटरनल एंगल का सम जो है वो सप्लीमेंट्री है, दे आर सप्लीमेंट्री. सो 100 and 180 is 180, 100 and 80 is 180, and that is they are supplementary. या फिर हम ये प्रूव कर देते हैं कि कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स इक्वल है. तो आप देखो ये एंगल आपको 80 पता है, ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है. आप अगर ये स्ट्रेट लाइन बना रहे हो, ये ट्रांसवर्सल की हेल्प से कि स्ट्रेट लाइन बना रहे हो, तो ये एंगल 100 है तो ये एंगल कितना होगा? 80 होगा. सो कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग एंगल्स 80 एंड 80 इक्वल हो गए. सो हम बोल सकते हैं, कन्वर्सली हम बोल सकते हैं कि दीज लाइंस दैट इज NM एंड KL आर पैरेलल टू ईच अदर. अगर दो लाइन आपस में पैरेलल हो गई तो दो अपोजिट साइड्स पैरेलल हो गए, मतलब ये एक ट्रेपेजियम हो गया. तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ ट्रेपेजियम. इस तरीके से हमने प्रूव किया कि ये एक ट्रेपेजियम है, और हमने ये भी पता लगाया कि कौन से दो लाइन आपस में पैरेलल हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. फाइंड measure of angle C in figure 3.27. If AB is parallel to DC, so figure 3.27, this is figure 3.27, we have to find measure of angle C. Measure of angle C, we have to find this angle. And already it is given that AB is parallel to DC. AB is, so these two lines are parallel. So if these two lines are parallel, and so this is going to be a transverse, that is CB is a transverse to AB and DC. So we know that the property of transverse, if two lines are parallel and a transversal is cutting them, then the sum of adjacent internal angle is 180 degrees. So measure of angle C is going to be 60 degree. So simple. Next, question number 12. Find measure of angle P and S. We have to find measure of angle P and S. In figure 3.28, if SP is parallel to RQ, SP is parallel to RQ, so these two lines are parallel. Okay, so what does this sign mention? This sign mention that this angle is equal to perpendicular angle का sign है ये, so that is angle R is 90 degree. Okay, so now since these two lines are parallel, in this case this is going to be transversal, PQ is going to be transversal. So we know that sum of adjacent angle in adjacent internal angle of transversal is are supplementary. So 180 minus 130 is going to be 50 degree. That is, if these two lines are parallel and this is transversal, sum of internal adjacent angle is going to be 180 degree. So this is angle is going to be 50 degree. Similarly, we can apply same concept here. If these two lines are parallel, then and this is a transversal, then sum of adjacent internal angle is 180 degree. So since this is 90, this is going to be 90 degree. Okay. I have solved this question here also. Given AB is parallel to DC and we have to find measure of angle C. Properties of parallel line we will apply, that is sum of internal angles, sum of internal angle on same side of transversal is 180 degree. This is the transversal, and sum of internal angle on same side of transversal, is 180 degree. So angle B plus angle C is 180 degree. So angle C is going to be 60 degree. We just found out. Similar concept we used in next question, that is question number 12. The two lines, that is SP and RQ, were shown parallel, and this angle was given, that is 130 degree, and we will use the same property, that is angle P plus angle Q is going to be, that is sum of internal angle on same side of transversal is 180 degree. So angle P we will found that it is 50 degree. Similarly, we use the property that sum of internal angle on same side of transversal, this SR, if we consider it as a transversal, the sum of internal angle on same side of transversal, sum of internal angle on same side of transversal is equal to 180 degrees. So this is 90 degrees. So this is also going to be 90 degree. So this was